I could not believe when I saw this item peeking out. And I thought, is this what I think it is? Nobody's pulling it out. Okay, so I took my mom and my oldest daughter to the Goodwill bins one day while we were on Christmas break. And I think I spent like, it was either $22 or $24 that day. So I actually got quite a bit that day. I found quite a handful of vintage lace scraps. Look how pretty some of this is. One was even still, it's like a big, huge roll, but I couldn't resist because I thought, if anything else, you know, I'll stick these like in some like junk journaling lots, something like that. You know, that stuff sells, guys. It sells, so, you know, don't ignore that vintage lace when you come across it. I also got this vintage 79 Lee Ward coaster kit. So I'll be putting that up in my eBay shop. I also came across this little book still in its box. It's called Harmony and Marriage. And when I looked at it, it is a little booklet on what marriage means, and it is from the 1960s, so I thought that was pretty neat, and it came with this little bookmark in there, so I'm imagining probably a couple that got marriage counseling or something like that. So I snagged that because I was kind of thinking maybe put it with some of those wedding cupies, or not cupies, penny dolls or something like that, or just sell it on its own. I don't know. I'll have to do a little more investigating on it. And I got this really cute red vintage apron with the white rickrack on it. I picked up a, let's see, yeah, this is a pillowcase, single pillowcase as well. I also found this really neat, it's a vintage ham sack. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I thought that was pretty neat. I don't come across those very often, so definitely wanted to pick that up. Found this huge spring doily there. And then I got a large wad of vintage hankies. So, snagged all of those. Like that. So yeah, we've got a little wad there. I'll have to get those kind of steamed out. But They must have came from someone's booth because they're very clean. They're not dirty and they smell amazing. And then I also came across quite a few vintage scarves. So this one is an Italy scarf. You have that. And again, let me tell you, they smell amazing. So this one needs a little steaming. But there were no rips, stains, tears, anything with these. I thought this one was pretty cool. It does look like it may be hand stitched, I'm not sure, but look at this one with the horses. Isn't that neat? It is signed. Oh, it's Cheyenne, Wyoming. So, but still. I mean, it's probably like a souvenir scarf or something, but I don't know. I thought it was beautiful. I love the colors that were in it. And there was this one as well. This one, oh, this one is so pretty. This one is a, let's see, this one had a label on it. This is a Vera silk, hand rolled. Isn't that beautiful? I just thought it was stunning. And then there was just this solid red one. And there's this one. This one is silk. This is a Vera as well. Vintage Vera from Japan. Isn't that cute? How fun is that? Another hanky. And then I found this little piece. Someone made some crocheted rags, which I thought were interesting. I'd probably use them as pot holders. I'm not sure I would use them as rags. But they were a gift to someone. So there's a set of 3 in there. I also found this tablecloth. And I got, I debated on picking these up, but then in the long run, I decided to pick them up, that they were obscure enough and I just thought they would be fine. It's a Mommy and Daddy needlepoint Christmas stockings. So I was like, okay, it says Mommy and Daddy. That's fine. That's generic. Won't be a problem. And I also got this beautiful little tapestry runner. I thought that was really pretty. The colors, it's so vibrant. It's just absolutely stunning. Again, no rips or tears on it. I found, of course, another bag of buttons and some other little assorted goodies in it. And my mom found these scissors. These are made in Sweden. So these are very, very nice. I got the impression that a booth had been dumped at Goodwill. And a lot of what I was finding would have been in a booth. I also found these little kitchen pieces, and this one is even like an advertising piece. And I got these little, I don't know, what is this? That was a source of conversation at the pins, trying to figure out what that was. So I'll probably put those like in a lot, so to speak. And I also found these little, this is a piece of tatting, and this is a little piece of crochet. I love picking these up to put some smalls on. I found this beautiful Bombay frame. This one was made in Taiwan. It's an older one. I got, oh, excuse me, I got tickled. Goodness. I also found this little cute guy. Look at this. He's a little elf with a candy cane, a little stained glass ornament piece. I got this little guy, and he is quite tangled. But I got him home without breaking him, and he survived the bins, guys. I'm really surprised that he survived the bins. So I was trying to undo this a little bit. Anyway, I can't get him completely undone, but he is Gift Co. From Taiwan. You can see his mark. And he's a little wind chime. So he was absolutely adorable. And I found this blown glass clip-on ornament. Again, in the bins. If you guys have seen the bins, I don't know how some of this made it, because the Omaha bins doesn't have a glass bin per se. It's all mixed in. I also found this little macrame Christmas tree. So I'll probably put that like in a lot with some other ornaments. I found this beautiful Delft, blue Delft from Holland. Wall hanging. It's like a little mold. I got this little wicker duck. Great shape. And then I also picked up this item, and I was a little sad when I found it, because it has to Rob from Mom and Dad for your first tree. Isn't that sad? But she is a little Avon Christmas topper, little vintage Avon Christmas topper. She's in amazing shape. She still has her original box from, let's see, this was an older one. This one was made in Taiwan. And the comps weren't too bad on her. So I picked her up. And of course, you know, Christmas is past, but you know, Christmas does sell year round. Probably come July, I'll probably start listing Christmas. But, you know, if you saw a Christmas item in here that you're interested in, you can always, you know, email me at bayouvelvintiques@gmail.com. Sorry, I got distracted because I was looking at this little guy. I also found this little Opus penguin in there. And y'all, the best find at Goodwill. Well, I also picked this up because at this point, you know, it was all about cost of goods, lowering the cost of goods. I could not believe when I saw this item peeking out. And I thought, this is what I think it is. Nobody's pulling it out. I was very, very surprised. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know what it was. We had just watched another lady pull out a fabulous quilt. I pulled this out and I thought it must be a quilt topper. No, it is what I would call a summer quilt. I'll have to insert a picture here at the end because it is huge, but it was a quilt. Look at this. Look at it. It's all hand done. It is stunning. It is huge. I haven't measured it. It possibly is a king. It maybe a queen. Oh, and I just saw one other thing I forgot to show you. But that is staying with me. No rips, no tears, no stains. It is amazing. So it is going on my quilt rack. I absolutely love it. Several ladies saw me looking at it after I pulled it out from the mound of clothes and were like, that should be easily $300. I'd say it paid for the trip. Another little thing I found was this guy. So he's going to go in my laundry room. I have an elephant obsession, as you know. I have an elephant sprinkler, but I think I'm going to put this at the top of my laundry cabinet. I know he's not a laundry item, but he'll be perfect in that room. So, with that, be sure to let me know in the comments what was your favorite item that I found at the bins. Do you go to the bins? Would you go to the bins if you had an opportunity? Because I think this was only my third time I'd ever been. And my mom and daughter are absolutely hooked. They had a blast and can't wait to go back again. So, all right, let's zip on over to what I found down in Mississippi at Mom's. Okay? Alrighty, so now that we have left Omaha, we are traveling to Alabama, and one of the places I like to stop is at the Highway Flea on 49 in Mississippi. Do you hear the dog? Why? They want to chew their bones. The minute I start recording, they chew their bones. Anywho, I love this little flea market. I always find things. And, you know, I found things again, even though I was being a little pickier on this trip. I was trying to think of what was going to fit in my carry-on to go back to Nebraska. You know, I saw lots of things that I really wanted, but then I was like, how am I going to get that back? So, anyway, I did find this little enamel on brass trinket tray. Words are hard. Anyway, I believe these would have came in a box, like a cigarette box, and they would have had another little ashtray with it. I can't imagine using something like this as an ashtray, but these are typically made in China, and this one was made in China. And don't be fooled by that mark. These are older pieces, but still, it makes for a beautiful little spring vignette. Just perfect, especially like if you do those printer trays, this would fit in one of those cutouts as well. So pick that up. I also found, and I had to kind of look at this a little bit, But this is a little pottery trinket tray, and this is a hula dancer with the flowers. So this is a piece of pottery made in Hawaii. I just thought that was adorable. It's kind of like a grayish green with some blue streaks running through it. But again, look at the little hula dancer and the flowers. I thought that was just adorable. Then, y'all know how much I love my Italy stuff. I found 2 Florentine trays. Look at this one. Hold on. Sorry about that. My neighbor, he's in construction, and I don't know what he's getting, but he gets a FedEx delivery on the regular lately. And I don't know what it is about that truck, but it drives my dogs nuts. So, anywho, we were looking at this Florentine tray. I just thought it was absolutely stunning. Here's the back of it. And not only did I find that one, but I also found this one. I am such a sucker for Florentine. I love it. I hoard it. Enough said. Then the last item I got at the flea market, and I do have some paper. I shoved some paper in it so that while I was flying, I wouldn't have any issues. I shoved it in my carry-on. I found this gorgeous blown glass vase. It's got some blue swirls, some gold swirls through it, and it is signed as well. So I had to do some research on who that, I'm not sure if you can see it, who that is. You know, it wasn't obvious when I looked at it, and I still, looks like Dina, Oldina, I don't know. So more research on that, but you know, the price was crazy on it to begin with, and then when I flipped it over and noticed it was signed, I was like, oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. I'm picking it up. Even if I can't figure out who it's signed by, I'm picking it up. So now we're going to go to a new store. It's called Two Fat Friends in Wiggins, Mississippi. I did video in here, so I'm going to show you some footage from that store. The stuff they had in there was, it was amazing. I saw so much I would have loved personally, but I was just like, oh Lord, you don't need it, you don't need it, you don't need it, right? But for an antique store in a teeny tiny town, they had the most fabulous pieces you could imagine. And I did manage to find a few. So I'll do a voiceover of the footage I got in the store, because let me tell you, the music was going. They were having a full-blown party in that store. The ladies were amazing that run the store, and I'll show you what I picked up at the end of it, okay? See you in a bit. It's crazy. Look at this glow display, guys. There were some gorgeous pieces in this display. I just loved every piece that she had curated. Then I went over to this booth. I did find a few items in here, like this Murano ashtray. May have made it into my cart. These dogs, oh my gosh, I loved them. Oh, this booth was just fantastic. And this vase, stunning, just stunning. And I absolutely adored this framed Victorian top. Such a great idea. It was beautiful. And these lamps, oh my gosh. I may have been drooling at this point. This booth had so much mid-century in it. It was just incredible. It was all displayed so beautifully, pieces I've never seen in person. They had one of the largest displays of Blanco, and they still had stickers on everything. And I don't normally see this kind of stuff down in the South, so I was very pleasantly surprised to find this. Then look at that bittersweet, guys. And that lucite great light. Oh, so good. And look, a matching ashtray to that lamp. And then there was Viking. Oh, the prices though in this booth, they were a little spendy, but such good stuff. And these Murano Millefiori pieces, I looked at them hard. Oh, look at that cherub. Somebody made that project. I kind of regret not picking that up. Okay, y'all, wasn't that a store just amazing? Oh my gosh, that jadeite floor lamp and jadeite ashtray. Oh, geez Louise, there was so much in there that was fantastic. I had a really hard time picking things, but I did find a couple things for personal and several things to bring to my shops. So one of the items that you guys saw was this Murano ashtray. Look at that gold fleck in there. Oh, it is simply amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece, so I had to pick it up. I also found this blown glass little vase. It's like it's got an optic like quilt pattern on it, and it's got threads of blue and green running through it, but I noticed it was signed. I'm not sure if you can see that little signature down there. So I do have to research that signature, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece, so I had to pick that up. Then I found several, let's see if I can hold these, of the glass candies, but these you can hang as little ornaments. So I was kind of thinking, you know, I mentioned I have a vintage display piece that at Christmas I like to hang the chandelier crystals from, making it into a little tree. But I thought you could also mix these in with something like that. I've not seen them with the little hangers on there before. I mean, I'm sure people have seen them, but I have not come across them. But also in that tray were several of the glass candies that didn't have hooks. So they were just, you know, the regular candies that you normally see. So I may break those up into lots, you know, like maybe a hanging lot versus the ones that you would put in a bowl. I don't know. What do you think? Next, I found hat pins. And not only did I find an amazing deal on hat pins, but they were I think they were even 60% off. So there's this sterling silver one. I'm not sure if you can see. And yeah, look at the price. Actually, if you can see the pattern on this, it's kind of hard. There we go. We had that one. I think this was probably a vendor who didn't really know what they had. And then we have this one. And this one, maybe brass. I don't know. I need to, or it could be sterling. I have to get my loop out and look at it. This one was definitely brass. It's like a little filigree. You see, not sure how well you can see the filigree on that. There we go. So yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So that one is brass. Then I found, you know, I collect antique hat pins, but I don't just collect any antique hat pin. I like the ones that were outlawed, so to speak. And I found two. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? But not only the top, but look at the base of it. And let me see if I can get that to be still. So I think these are these should be between, they're either 12, 14 inches. I have to measure them. This one may be 12, and I'm pretty sure this one is 14 or maybe 16. But look at that. I fell in love with that. And I paid up, meaning the whole store was on sale for 20% off. Then each booth had a sale. But these two were $22. I thought that was well worth them because I normally cannot touch these for under $60 normally. So I thought that was a fabulous deal. In that video where the uranium and stuff was on display, that was that lady's booth. She had pieces I have never seen. It was absolutely insane. I don't know where she gets her stuff from, but I definitely want to go back. And then the last three items I got were absolutely amazing. I got 3 Whitefriars paperweights. These are made in England. They are all the faceted ones. You can see the sticker. And this one is the 3 wise men. And I also got another one. It has its sticker as well. Look at that. Millie Fiore in there. And I'm going to tell you, if you're interested in these will be fairly pricey. I did pay up for them. I still got a good deal, but because I paid up for them and because of what they are going to be a bit pricey. But if you're interested in them, I can give you a bit of a discount on what I'm going to be listing them. Otherwise, you'll have to go to one of my shops to find them, because these are definitely getting, they're definitely getting listed. I gotta pay for my trip. I gotta pay that vet bill. Ooh. The other one I got, and this one may be my favorite Whitefriar, is this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. And look at the identifying cane in it. So even if it didn't have its sticker, you would see that cane that would identify it. These are absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, the lady wasn't there because I was trying to do like a bundle deal. So I was like, okay, I'll still pay what they were priced in the display case, because they definitely would sell for quite a bit more. But much to my surprise, I still got a 20% off discount. So it was even better. But like I said, Whitefriars are not an inexpensive paperweight. However, if you are a paperweight collector, they are one that should be in your collection. So with that, I hope everybody's year is getting better. It's been a rough start. Mine has been rough. I have a rather large vet bill, so we're moving inventory to help pay for that bill, because let me tell you, having bladder stones removed from a cat via an emergency vet is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. But what are you gonna do? They're like your children. So with that, if you saw anything that you were interested in, please reach out to me at bayoubellaantiques@gmail.com and we can discuss a price. So, like I always say, give yourself grace, give others grace, because boy, people are going through a lot right now. It's rough, but I'm really hoping things improve. So with that, I will catch y'all on the next haul. Bye now.